It's Fatwood Friday, and today we're going to make one of my favorite fire starters. That probably is my favorite fire starter of all time. It's very effective, and it's also very cheap. That's a winning combination. You know, you can buy all these different commercial fire starters, and they're good, they do work good, but you never have them when you need them. You can buy a bag of jumbo-sized cotton balls like this. I bought these about 10 years ago, and this is my second tub of Vaseline. I never ran out of the first tub, but probably about a year ago, my family needed some Vaseline. It was a weekend or whatever, and I just gave it to them. So that's why I'm on my second tub. But just a few dollars investment will last you for countless years of really good fire starters. I probably do these a little bit different than most people. Let's get out a couple of cotton balls. And I'm going to be storing these in an old film container. What I like to do with them is just pull them apart just a little bit, not too much, but just enough that you can get to the inside, because I like to coat these things completely in Vaseline. I like to get them saturated. A lot of people don't do the whole thing. They leave part of it undone. Because if you leave part of it undone, what that helps with is you can expose some of the fibers, and the fibers will take a spark and it'll light up. So while if you don't completely saturate them like I do, they may light up easier. That problem is solved by just taking a plain cotton ball and putting it on top of these. And what you do is you just break off a little piece of that plain cotton ball that has nothing on it. Now you have plenty of fibers to catch flame. And the reason I like to do this is to have a maximum amount of Vaseline in the cotton ball so that you have a longer burn time. This stuff acts like a wick. The Vaseline is the fuel. It's like the wax in the candle. Again, just pull it apart a little bit and then start working in the Vaseline. And we'll come from the other side and we'll coat that pretty good too. All right, let's make one more for now. So these things will give you a pretty good burn time. As good as any commercial fire starter. So you're not lacking in performance when you use this. But there are some benefits. Now, Vaseline is something that's good to keep in the med kit. It's useful on a lot of different things. You can put it on sunburn. You can put it on rashes. You can use it on dry skin, chapped hands, chapped lips. It's good to help prevent chafing or give some relief from chafing, which if you're camping in the summer or doing a lot of hiking, that is definitely a possibility. You get hot, sweaty, and rubbing occurs. So you have a lot of medicinal uses. And by saturating the cotton balls with Vaseline, you have more Vaseline with you. There's no need to bring any extra in a first aid kit. You have it right here in your fire starter. Now I would make a few more. I would, if I was going out, I'd bring a bunch of them with me. No reason not to. Besides a film container, you can use an empty pill bottle. That makes a great storage container for Vaseline and cotton balls. And the excess, just rub into your skin. That's what's great about this kind of stuff, is you want stuff that's not toxic. You want stuff that you can use for other purposes. Multi-purpose items are the best things to carry with you. A commercial fire starter is just that. It's a fire starter. It does nothing else for you. Where these do a lot of other things. They have a lot of potential. and they can help you in a lot of different ways. And that's why these are my favorite fire starter. We're going to light one of these up and we're going to see how long it burns for. All right, I'm exposing the fibers in a cotton ball. I'm going to put it down on this rock. I'm going to take one of our cotton ball and Vaseline. Maybe just kind of break it apart a little and set it on top here. Sticky. Let's put these away. Now let's light this thing off. We're going to see what our burn time is. If I just let the video go. Now look at that flame that you get from that thing. If you can't start a fire with that, I'll tell you what, you don't belong starting a fire. That is pretty awesome. Show me some other commercial fire starters that actually make a flame that good. I tell you, that thing is pretty impressive. So that's 2 cotton balls. One soaked with Vaseline, and the other one was just a plain old cotton ball that we broke up and exposed the fibers. So the plain cotton ball lights the cotton ball with Vaseline. You need those exposed fibers to catch flame. A cotton ball soaked in Vaseline by itself is not really going to take a spark from a ferro rod. You could do it, you could light it up with a lighter, with flame, but not with spark. I think I want to move this camera back just a little bit. I'm going to move my seat to the other side because I'm getting smoke. That's just a fire within itself. Now I could just pick up a couple little twigs laying around here and put them on there and we'd have an instant fire. There's noise all around here. Sounds like people are walking through here, but it's animals in the leaves. The leaves are falling and they're covering the forest floor. So that's definitely been a few minutes so far of really good flame. And like I said, if you can't start a fire with that, just pack it up and go home. I mean, look at it. Look at it. That's from here to here on my hand. That's a pretty good sized flame. You know what? I got a tape measure here. Let's see what that actually is. Four inches of flame. How can you beat that? Yep. We're going out. The camera right now is showing 4 minutes, 50 seconds. All right. We're going to count that as out. We've just barely made 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes of a really good flame. That gives you plenty of time to start a fire. And a flame like that large, for that amount of time, even marginal material that's, damp and needs to be dried out some, you can get it going. You can get a fire started in pretty adverse conditions with cotton balls and Vaseline. I highly recommend them. If you have never tried this, you've got to get some. For $5, you can go get a big bag of cotton balls and a jar of Vaseline, and you've got enough fire starter for probably 10 years. That's going to be it for this Fatwood Friday. We'll see you next week for another one.